Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Sailor Builds, and today we're dealing with the 2007 Toyota Hilux AT38, and this has 1,356 horsepower, 1,021 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.5 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 3,629 pounds, comes with the standard all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, but it has beefier off-road tyres, and it can earn a 0 to 60 in 3.430 seconds, 0 to 100 in 6.148 seconds, and going to a top speed of 225 miles an hour. So as you can see, the off-road capability, launch, acceleration and speed are all really rather good. Braking is half decent, but it's the handling where there is a big worry, because obviously it still weighs quite a fair bit. It's high riding, it's got a high centre of gravity, and yet the handling is still that poor. So yeah, be interested to see where this comes on the overall leaderboard. The Land Cruiser AT37 came in 6th place, which, yeah, by no means the fastest car that we've had, but was still a decent showing. So yeah, hopefully this can do just as well, or if not better. So yeah, I seem to remember these doing quite well in one of the previous Forza Horizon games. My memory's probably failing me on that regard though, but yeah, you'd expect these kind of things to do really rather well, given that they are capable of going off-road. But they are more capable of going off-road at slower speeds, which is why in stock form they're not particularly quick. They're more about just getting you to a destination rather than getting you there quick. Obviously we've kind of changed that a little bit by beefing it up by a hell of a lot of power. It's got around 1,200 horsepower more than it did originally. And a hell of a lot more torque as well, so yeah. I can't remember if this is heavier or lighter than the Land Cruiser, but I'll check that when we finish up to see why this has been the way it been as successful or not as successful as it will be. Obviously though, being a pickup, it's got less weight at the rear. That can obviously change handling characteristics. Jumped quite far there though. Completely overcooked that corner there, so we're going to rewind a couple of times. Now only have one rewind remaining, but it'll be worth it. Got a lot of understeer though either, despite all that extra power going through the front wheels, and the tyres still being really rather quite thick. Decent rate of speed there. Tighter and twistier part. And final corner. 130 mile an hour across the finish line there. and a spectacular time there of 3 minutes 23.871. That is far faster than the Land Cruiser, and it's actually the fastest car that we've had on this series by a decent margin, nearly 0.3 of a second over the DeLorean DMC-12. And yeah, it's about 7 or so seconds, nearly 7 seconds slower, quicker than the Land Cruiser. And yeah, far faster than the two Peels that we recently have taken out as well. So yeah, despite not coming across as massively impressive, it was nonetheless really rather quick. And yeah, it didn't have really any issues there at all. It was getting up to decent rates of speed, didn't really have any understeer despite all the extra power going through those large thick tyres at the front. And yeah, despite weighing 3,629 pounds, which I'm just going to check is whether or not that is lighter or heavier than the the Land Cruiser. Yeah, it's lighter than the Land Cruiser, so it's got more power, and it's lighter than the Land Cruiser, which will also have helped it. And yeah, it's also I think it's quicker it's quicker in terms of acceleration as well. So yeah, no real surprise that it's quicker than the Land Cruiser then, but to be top of the leaderboard when, like I said, it wasn't coming across as being particularly quick is yeah, mightily impressive. So yeah, this leaderboard is a bit different, it seems, to the previous route that we had on the previous Forza Horizon game, because off-road vehicles are competing quite nicely with the non-off-road vehicles, because we now have 3 off-road vehicles in the top 5. No, 2 off-road vehicles in the top 5, sorry, because we've knocked the Ford Bronco out of the top 5, and 3 non-off-road cars in the top 5. But that is better than the previous game, where it was dominated by supercars and hypercars. So yeah, liking the difference in yeah, what is competitive and what isn't on this game. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.